Wow, the weather's changed. It's raining and cold out right now. It's cross country season. Um, the season has gone exceptionally well. Teams continue to progress and get better each week. Now we go into the ACC championships at Tom Sawyer on Friday. For those that don't know, the ACC cross country championship is one of the most difficult cross country championships in the country with significant number of nationally ranked teams, podium teams, with NC State, multi-time national champion. On the women's side, races get going early Friday morning, 9:40 and 10:30. So you could come up, go to your local coffee shop, get a breakfast burrito, go watch a cross-country race, be home by noon. It's easy. It's easy. So we're super excited to be at home. We'll go see the course this week on Wednesday morning. Or Tuesday night, depending upon weather, and be ready to race on Friday. Should be a lot of fun.
You talk about the impact for your program to be able to host the ACC here in town.
Well, with so many teams in the ACC, when you have a chance to host a championship and we work on a rotation, you got to take that opportunity because it may be another 18 years till we get this thing back again. So not only is it big for us to be able to run at home and go to our local restaurants, have our local coffee that they know, but it's also big for the community in Tom Sawyer Park. That park has hosted multiple national championships, and to continue with Dave Lawhorn and his crew to continue to elevate that course to a national level course is very important, not only to the University of Louisville, but also the city and the state.
When you say look at the course for your team this week, do they change it much?
It is the same darn course that's been run for the last 15, 20 years, so it does not change. It's the same course that we ran in the national championship in 2017, and it does not change. It's a fixed lot. I think they've made some improvements with some drainage over the years, but it's the same course, and if we get an inch and a half of rain, it should be a mud bath, which will be fun. Make some mud pies.
Do you have mutters?
Oh, well, we're going to find out. The way we train will suit us well because it's going to take a little bit the course will be a little soft, so it's going to take a sting out of a 1,500-meter runner a little bit. It's going to go more towards a strength-type athlete, which is what we are. So it should help us. And if we could put people in the top half of the race and score well and compete with nationally ranked teams, something that we're striving to be in, that we're on the verge of, it'll be a great day. So I hope we got mutters.
Just in general, other than getting to stay home and be comfortable and that, is there much of a home course advantage or something like this, or not so much?
Cross country is interesting because we're not out there a lot just because it is 25 minutes away. So some kids have been out there recently, but we're not out there training regularly. We tend to stay on the track and on the greenway and the bike paths and things like that. Where it comes is ease of knowing your location and anxiety of where you're going to go get food and how you're going to prepare for the day, and going to class on Thursday morning before we go out. So it tends to keep them in a routine. Our students, like many student athletes across the University of Louisville, are very driven academically, and to keep those same patterns in life relieves stress. So they don't have to call a professor and say, hey, I have to move an organic chemistry class or test because they may be able to take it on Thursday morning. Just not Friday morning. That would be problematic.
Coach, year 3 for you. We've obviously seen a lot of improvement year to year on the track and field side, but also on the cross country side. So can you speak to just how important this meet is as far as a benchmark for the improvement your program's already seen and where you want to continue to go?
Yeah, the first year was challenging for everybody, not only for the students but also for us. And now, as opposed to fighting for those bottom 2 spots, we're going to be in the middle somewhere and maybe a little higher. And so it's just that continuing progression of having men and women that want to train at the highest level and want to continue to really see what they can do. That's why we're in university. to have opportunities and to make those trends and an increasing improvement in the toughest league in the country is something that's paramount to us. And we've seen those results. At times we've been brilliant. At times we've been, ooh, that wasn't so good. But our job as coaches is to find out what the reason is. There's always a reason why things don't go well. There's always a reason why a race may not go as planned. So what we have to do, it's a little bit like being detectives, is go back and look at why things happened. Because everything's always pinpointable. We just have to figure out what it is. And with our case this year, we've been able to address some of those blips and figure out why and address those going in. And that's what we're doing moving forward, is getting to the point where the whole goal is to limit risk. What is our risk in our daily life? What is our risk doing this? Because in our sport, and probably swimming is similar, having strep throat, you can't go hit a home run. You can't go run a 10K with strep throat. So you have to manage your illnesses, manage your sicknesses. You're not going to be able to shoot the free throw at the last minute with glandular fever, mono. You can do that in basketball. We can't do that in the 10K. So what we're trying to do is figure out why things are happening. If we get sick, why, and move forward. And that's what we've been able to do and make progress along the way.
Obviously, still a lot of season to go. Postseason's
Lots.
just beginning. You kind of alluded to it earlier, but how would you kind of sum up the regular season so far, and then also leading into the postseason, how much confidence does that give you?
We've had some really good performances this year from the men and the women. Starting off the season at Alabama with the women winning was a great race, and then going to Loyola Chicago and the men getting fourth in a very competitive race. And then we had a little bit of a blip in Wisconsin. And now we go into the championship season. And the championship season is just trying to do what you normally do. Don't try to overrun or overachieve. Do what you do and minimize your risk. So now we go into the ACCs, and then the regional, and then the national. So we still have quite a bit of time left, about 5 weeks. So how do we put ourselves in position to get one of the 14 at-large berths for the NCAA meet? And that's our goal.
Curious, because I don't follow cross-country recruiting and things, but as you're building a program, what's the recruiting market around here locally? Is it a solid pool to recruit from, or is this, do you recruit regionally, nationally?
Well, our philosophy is always it's very similar to our highway system here. We like to look inside the Beltway first and try to get the best runners and athletes that we can inside the Beltway. If they're not interested for any reason, then we go outside of the Beltway within the state. And then if they're not interested, then all the borders open up. So there is some very good talent in Kentucky, as well as the Midwest. But there's also talent globally that wants to come. And our goal is to build a global brand of men and women that want to make the Olympic teams, and men and women that want to make world championship teams, and represent not only the United States but other countries as well. And so the recruiting base is very good here, and we always start there and then we move outward. So there are some really positive things happening in the greater metro area.
Any other questions for Coach Becker?
Come on, guys, nothing? All right. You don't have anything else? All right. I'm good. I'm good. I've had so much coffee already.